Welcome to Conversations Below the Surface, the CBS Podcast Shorts. I am your host, Marcus Gentry, and we hope you enjoy this episode. This is about the magic feather. One of my favorite cartoons that I have often talked about is Dumbo and how he ends up with this magic feather. At least he's told it's a magic feather by a friend of his who happened to be a mouse, and he was told that with this magic feather he would be able to fly, and he was able to fly. So one day he would decided that he was going to get on top of this high building in the circus and jump off and show everybody that he could fly. And the mouse was riding on his back, and when he jumped off the building, the feather blew away. The magic feather, and he started falling to his death because the very thing he had held on to that caused him to fly was gone. Now I'm stopping the story here just to remind us all that at some point the very thing that we have held on to so tightly and dearly that we believed was that thing that caused us to have value and to be successful may at some point fly away, go away. A person may die, a business may close, we may lose a job. I'm actually recording this while the fires in California are raging, and people who put much value into their home, whether it was emotional value or financial value, it went up in flames and still burning as we speak. And it's a devastating thing. It's got to be devastating. I've not had a loss from a fire, but I've experienced loss, so I know that must be devastating. But some believe that that was the whole of their value, that possession that they had. And at some point, it's going to happen with all of us, either eventually or suddenly, where we're going to lose that person or that thing that we had that was so valuable. And what happened in the cartoon of Dumbo with the magic feather, when he lost it, the mouse told him as he was on his way down that he said, man, Dumbo, it wasn't about the feather. You can fly. That uniqueness about you, your ears that are so big, he said, man, just flap them, use that, and you'll be able to fly. And he did that, and he did fly. And the point is that we all have something that's unique, each and every one of us. I do, you do, everyone who is listening has something unique. But we've got to use it. We've got to implement it. And it may be difficult because when you're plummeting down and you're falling, or your things are burning, or you experience a loss, or dealing with the grief and pain that comes from a loss, you can't hardly imagine how you'll ever make it behind those things. But as in the case of something as simple as this cartoon, he was reminded because of a mouse. Sometimes the people who can encourage us may not look like us, may not come from our family, may not come from our church or our tribe or our group. It may be a stranger. The most unlikely person might be the person that can give you the encouragement to see yourself and realize that you have something uniquely special about you, which is why it's so important that we stay conscious and mindful in every moment, because we never know who may have a word, a message for us that might help us make it through a difficult time. You have a gift. You can fly. The strength is not in the magic feather and those external things. It's inside of you, and it's always been there. Thank you for listening to this CBS Podcast Short. If you would like to hear more on this topic, please email me at respect@marcusgentry.com. And don't forget to check back for new episodes.